Hi everyone, Tammy B, Medical Synchronicity. How are you? I am creating this to show a little bit about an experience I had with a device called the Brain Tap. All right, thank you for being here. And I wanted to just start and just say how the effects of what the Brain Tap uh, had on me, right? And the potential that I see that it might have and that it probably does have, right? That just in case anyone else would be interested or may have heard about it. There's a lot of other kinds of devices going around and this as well. And they all have, I'm noticing there's different specific procedures for each device, right? So they're not all the same. So I came across this Brain Tap from a meeting I had with somebody at s.m.a.r.t Clinic. His name is Michael Thomas. And he invited me to try this. I was in a meeting with him about my BioWell device, right? And how they can help him and some of his products and stuff that he works with. He works with a lot of athletes. And so being a meditator, right, who spends 3 hours a day between yoga and meditation, right? And you may not know from me that my yoga, I'm usually about 3 hours worth of yoga a day. Hour and a half in the morning and hour and a half in the evening. And I value that time. I've learned focusing, breathing, recharging energy, discharging energy, and like in myself for anxiety, right? Because anxiety an overproduction of energy, right? We have a lot of energy, or does it come from a lot of energy that's not used? Right. So this is where I'm going with this, and I'm going on what I've learned from scientifically, and then what I felt, right? And I kind of take that almost a lot more of the value, right? When you do that much meditation a day, we do come to realize what our bodies are, what they do, what their capacity is, right? You learn bones and joints, right? And maybe it's not always by a name, and systems, right? Heck, I know where my vagal nervous system or my vagal system goes through. So it's kind of neat. But doing this Brain Tap, here's what it looks like. So it was what Michael had is he had a room, and in this room was a reclining chair. It almost looked like those lawn chairs, that swing up in the backyard, and your feet go up. And on this chair, he had this mattress, and it's a black mattress, right? And it vibrates. It's a vibrational mattress. And it was kind of neat because it didn't vibrate like the normal kind of mattresses that you would think, right? Like in a relaxing chair. Everything was to this music. So this headset, this flips up, this thing here flips up over the top of her head, right? So we pull it down when it's time to sit down, right? So you got binaural beats in your ears. And then in front of you, this right here, was flashing lights, a lot of flashing lights. They were doing different, spirals. Your eyes are closed for the light show. I almost felt like, I was on a ride. It was kind of really cool. And the mattress vibrated in such a unique way that I literally walked away like, wow, what just happened? I felt like, on a speaker, right? The cone, right? The speaker part, right? And then where they put rice on top of it or sand, and then you can feel that sand vibrating and moving around. That's what I felt like on the chair, like that light and tingly, right? So and it went to just all over the body and just was light and kind of like, what do you want to say? The e-stems, right? How they kind of give you that tingle, right? When you're having, for your back or wherever you're putting electrical stimulation to move the energy around in an area. So it felt a little bit like that without electrodes. I was in my regular dress pants, right? And a blouse. And the reason I'm doing this is, I didn't know what it was, right? I didn't know how it was going to calm a brain. I didn't know, right? I didn't know what I didn't know. And Michael afforded me this opportunity to try it out. And so he started with like the beginning, which was narrated by this Dr. Patrick Porter, PhD. Very calming voice. That was what was playing in the binaural beats first. So the first one, it's kind of like a walk through of what's going to happen, what you can expect to feel, maybe where you could focus, right? Gave some focus points. I did notice, getting, when you're not used to something like that, and my meditation is quiet and calm, right? No music. Well, in focused meditation, all right? So we all zone out to music and different types of meditation, right? On the treadmill, we're meditating. Anything we do anything we do automatically, right? That just is a regular part of life, right? Walking, if you're a runner, right? A jogger, or driving to work, right? We're meditating in our car. So I did notice that my focused breathing kicked in for this balance, because I did notice there was probably this change, the stimulation that was coming through my ears, and it was separate. And he actually explained this, Dr. Porter, here I am talking in this ear. Here I am talking in this ear. This is what it sounds like when I'm in both ears. And while I was trying to figure out where it was affecting me in each ear, right? Because I can follow systems around my body a little bit better now, right? From this practice. I'm working in functional medicine and functional healing, right? And so noticing where and what everything is in myself helps me, see how it would affect others and be in their frame of reference. I thought this was for stress and anxiety. So going into it, not knowing what it is, everyone has that fight or flight, which he actually explained in this dissertation, this introduction. So it's like a 10-minute introduction dissertation about what's going to happen. So you can kind of be calm, right? So I went through that, which was kind of cool. And like I said, this breathing kind of automatically kicked in, where, just the flow in and then out through my feet. And then the next one I think I went on was just music and vibration. And the music was, in different and then in both, or I'm doing this for both. And it was pleasant. There are a lot more lights in this one. And that's the one where my hands were tingling in the first one, right? Because it did narrate different possibilities of where you could have sensations. So if you did have sensations there, not to be panicked, that this is normal, because this is a new stimulation that you're not aware of. I could go into this technology of brain tap. However, I don't know much about it yet, right? It's my first time in it. And what research I've done on it, I just know that it helps work with our neurons, right? Our synaptic epigenetic programming, where it might maybe break. I don't know if it breaks or creates new paths, right? I haven't figured that out yet. And the word escapes me at this time. That isn't what this presentation is about. So this presentation is to share that what happened to me, right? How it affected me in my first try. And so after Michael put me through the first one, he put me through a second one. And like I said, the second one was, I can't remember I was so oriented on all the different sensations, right? So the music isn't even recollection of even what anything was that was going on there. And he turned up the vibration on the chair, right? So that it was encompassed like a leg, like it was really neat. And they are special mattresses, right? So I know I almost bought the brain tap itself, and I wasn't aware that there's this mattress that goes along with it. So yeah, that was really awesome. So again, the breathing kicked in. My hands, were, like where you get the sensation in your hands from the energy moving. That means energy is moving. And so we ended the session, and I got up, and I didn't know how to feel, right? So I'm standing up in this room, and I'm taking in everything that just happened to my body, right? And all these different feelings that I had and sensations, and what is where. And I wanted to just report that my personality, right? Everybody may know that I used to have anxiety, right? And finding ways to manage anxiety without Xanax, without medication for anxiety was a big deal for me, right? I didn't know I had anxiety right? It's my personality and my way of being, right? That I'm a very high energy person, right? Everyone used to call it metabolism. Is it? I don't know what it is. So the energy, when I have a lot of energy, is when there's an opportunity for the anxiety to creep in, because I have all this energy and I don't know where it is to go, right? So in fight or flight, don't we get a big burst of energy to come into us, right? To run or whatever we're going to do, right? And even to freeze, what it is. And for myself, I felt, it was the neatest thing, because I see now. So I did it yesterday, and I did one meditation session since last night. I had a meeting, so I didn't do the evening meditation and yoga. So this was my first, and so I went through my first one this morning, and then I had a yoga session. Oh, I didn't even have yoga tonight because I had another class. Sorry, thank you. But as I'm standing in his office discussing about everything that I felt and kind of what I saw in it, I saw that I had a lot of energy, and it was contained. It wasn't like this just zipping all over kind of energy. So I'm high energy the way it is, and I manage it through breathing to bring it back to balance it, right? To balance it. And then we share energy with others, right? So we give it away if we don't have it, right? If we can't use it, that's maybe, hanging out and doing things, whatever we do. So I just wanted to say that I ended up realizing, and even coming home, going through my meeting that I went through last night, and then I didn't get to bed, and I stayed up till midnight, and I wake up at 5 a.m, you guys, 5:30. Okay, 5:30 sometimes. And just seeing that I stayed up till midnight, and I did get a little sleepy around 11:30, and I was working on projects that I maybe need to catch up on, right? My energy was so balanced, and it was a whole different way to feel the energy, right? A whole different way. I felt energized inside, and this excess wasn't there. So I don't know where the excess went. Maybe it got reorganized or restructured to be redistributed within my body. It was pretty neat. I think I will try this again. I'm pretty sure I will. However, it's a new way to go into looking at what this is. So it's s.m.a.r.t Clinic. He's got them all over the town of southeastern Wisconsin, right? Bunch of clinics. It looks like it's mainly meant for stress reduction, which I could see by balancing and moving your energy around. Your stress isn't hanging out in one part of your body, right? The vibrations moving it around in music. Music moves that's what, my chakra vibrations, everybody knows I love doing and sharing. And that same thing, it puts everything where it's supposed to be, right? And so I think the mattresses were a really great help with this brain tap, because that did help, just, maybe relocate where stuff is supposed to be. Yeah, so maybe that's how the stress reduction I see, an anxiety reduction. Yeah, just walking around balanced like that. It was a different experience than I've had that I can recall. Even if you're really excited about something, right? And I was pretty excited because there was some neat stuff happening there in our meeting. And I'm still calm, but it was an energized calm, so the energy was still there. So it was a very energized calm. So I would highly recommend trying this product out, this brain tap. He's got other toys in there. He's got this pod, his theta chamber, which that's next on my list to try out. And I will let you know how that goes. However, for this brain tap with this mattress experience at s.m.a.r.t Clinic, right? So the one I went to was in Brookfield on Calhoun and Capitol. Think about 80, attention deficit. What if our stuff just isn't organized in the right places, right? If it's all, just all put in the wrong places. And maybe this would be an opportunity for things like that, right? People wouldn't have to be on so much medicine. Functional medicine and the future of understanding our bodies and really how we work, right? And granted, everyone doesn't choose food the way to have to be most function for our body. And I I did my shopping for 50 some years, just how I thought it was the best to eat. And I see now, I put my children through this diet that I raised them on. We were processed food, fast food, busy, work, 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 school, 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 activity, 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 rush, rush, rush. And Michael Thomas, the owner, when he was telling me about, parents bringing their children in, the kids don't want to wake up in the morning because they're so depressed. They think, they just want their day to be over. I met with a family member last night and they wake up every morning. I said, what's the first thing you do every morning? And he goes, he wishes the day was over already. What kind of life is that? So I really want to say that really start looking into this type of holistic healing, right? And start seeing what it might do and what it might help and where it might go. I've seen the research. I've done my homework on all this, so I was comfortable going to do it based on, understanding the the synapses being open and closed or created and going away, right? Making habits and breaking habits. I haven't been able to talk to Michael Thomas that much about like the plans and the programs. I know it's repetitive because it takes a while to make a habit, it takes a while to break it. And we live right with our mind every day. And just think of having this calm every day, right? And guidance to just have your energy managed for people that can't manage their energy. I manage mine through a lot of yoga, a lot of meditation. I do other work right in my meditation. And I create a lot of energy through my breathing, right? Pranayama moves your energy very well. However, I just see this as a wow. If you're like and you're crabby, right? And you have all this like, wow, go and have a brain tap. Try it out, you guys. The brain tap just like re-equalizes all the energy. And think about having your body like walking around with like a balanced body, like you just came back on vacation, right? Maybe that's how it felt being out in that beautiful fresh air, right? Walking on the beach with your feet grounded in the sand, right? Maybe that's what this brings. I'm going to try it out again to see, to read back up and validate, because you got to try it a few times. However, I did want to just share, and I could read this whole brochure to you, about everything that goes with it. But just thinking broadly right now, and to just create people whoever's going to see this, to enjoy freedom from stress, like all kinds of stress. Try it sometime, right? Maybe don't take your meds and go in, or take your meds and go in, and just start seeing, he's got smoking cessation in there. And this chamber helps with a whole bunch of his golf swing. He improved by like 12 strokes. He does a 45 for a 90 or for a 9-hole. But it has addictions, drug addictions, chemical addictions, smoking addictions, just reprogramming that brain, retrain your brain, right? What do we keep saying? Dr. Dispenza, retrain your brain. And maybe some of us need a little more help. And it only took 10 minutes. So I spent like 20 minutes, I think. Time flies, right? I think it was about 10 minutes in the first session. We talked a little, and then 10 minutes in the second one. So that's 20 minutes. And even if you just, and then you can also buy the brain taps, right? The mattress, was pretty pricey, sounds like. However, try it out. I mean, what do you have to lose, right? You can have a better life. Think about having fun with your family. Go and discharge and have fun. Don't discharge with liquor or other crap, whatever, just to go deal with life and your family and all those things that go with it, right? I would say try it. It's definitely worth uh, enjoying freedom from stress for a little bit and reorganize your energy. Yeah, send it where it's supposed to go. Calm yourself, because we don't sit down for 10 minutes even just to calm, right? We sit down for 10 minutes and we got TV on, right? Or something. And or we're eating. That's when people sit down. That's about it. If they're not working and not working their brain. So this is like a little mini vacation when you're in this, right? Because they do take you to do that visualization of a happy place. And if you don't have a happy place, this helps you create one. This helps you visualize what one is, because we've all had something. And I've imagined through all these programs. So a couple that I had some really nice. I was easy to pull up memories, and I know what it's like to run in the sand, right? We've all done that. White sand, right? Okay. I love you so much. Thank you for being here. Michael Thomas, thank you so much for that opportunity. It was really awesome. It was really, really awesome. And you're a really great guy doing great things for great people. So keep up the good work. And then we'll be back to try your theta chamber, right? And check out my golf swing too, right? I want to do 45 9 holes for the first knot. All right. Thank you so much for being here and sharing my story with me. And have a great evening. Lots of love. Thank you.